Want to get into the theme of the movie. I know it's very serious, but before we get there, because then it kind of takes the tone away, have you ever had your own encounter where you kind of had an accidental life or death moment, such as in the film, where you were minding your business and out of nowhere you just had to like...
Not necessarily in that way. I mean, not necessarily in that way.
Well, so in what way?
Well, I was thinking about I almost drowned when I was in summer camp back in the days.
No, that doesn't count.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because you said life or death. But you know what's scary is maybe something like that was close to me and I didn't know because I wasn't aware in relation to the film. You know what I mean?
When preparing for it and studying for it, do you feel like now there are a lot more signs that you may be aware of, that you may have been in rooms and maybe someone was calling out or trying to ask for help?
Yeah, totally. And I hope that the film helps people to be informed in that way, in real life, you know?
So getting prepared for the role, right? And it's dealing with things that are happening every day around us all that we're unaware of. How did you prepare for that? Because usually we see you in Shooters and you guys are going on season 3, but if anyone's coming up in my age, we know you from romance, we know you from The Love, we know, you know what I mean? So doing this action and this stunt, how is that transition?
It's fun. It's fun for me. You know, I'm having a blast doing Shooter. And even the action in this film is natural. You know, the character I play, John, he's a regular dude. And he's having a good time, and then they get thrust into an extraordinary circumstance, and no one knows what they'll do until that moment. Right. You know?
So when you get thrown into this situation, were there any extreme stunts that you had to prepare for or like get ready for?
There were a few, but you know, I didn't go too far.
Favorite stunt?
Huh?
What was your favorite stunt?
Let me tell you something. Running through the woods in Timberlands repeatedly all night is harder than it looks.
No, and they're heavy.
Yeah, they're heavy.
I was speaking to Dawn earlier, and she was telling me that she was falling on a mattress, and at one point she was bleeding. Yeah. You had any of those moments?
I didn't have those moments, but we had some intense moments. And
like, you know, were you used to this stuff? All right, so have you ever, let's see, thinking about the theme of the film, there hasn't been a life or death situation, but have you ever maybe got kicked out of a bar or an accidental fight, or maybe somebody was looking at you the wrong way?
I'm from Brooklyn, all of the above.
So absolutely that has happened. What's one time you remember? You don't have to give us the details of it, but just like...
You know, sometimes when you out and about, you in these bars, some people can't, you know, hold their liquor and...
That already started wrong. You're like, when you're out and about, just looking at the flowers, minding my business.
Walking down the street, and then you end up having to handle some business.
Well, I'm so excited to see your performance tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. Great meeting you.
You too.